Hey friends, Doug here from 2 Plus Tough, and while I am still feeling a little under the weather, I'm going to do another one of these quick streams since my voice is with me, and talk about some of the new news we have for Age of Sigmar. If you don't know, or this is the first time I'm doing one of these things where I basically am going to play video games in the background. It's a totally audio experience. Please go grab your models and paintbrushes. And today we're going to be talking all about what you see on this bottom left here, the new battle forces. So if you are someone who plays these games, plays these games, well, I guess kind of these games, because it is Warcry and stuff as well. But if you play AOS and you play one of these armies, please share with us your insight. I'm going to be playing my favorite game ever in the background. It's Morrowind. I'm probably going to fall off the deep end into the Elder Scrolls miniatures game if they ever getting around to doing actually I'm gonna skip this because her voice is very grating. Please let me know if there's any audio stuff you need me to change, but let's start cracking into. So this year, sadly, we only have a few boxes for, I like to go as Saint Jib, which is the character who's talking to us right now, because he is an inside joke for pretty much all of Elder Scrolls lore. So I'll be hanging out and doing this. So we have 4 armies this year. We have the Seraphon, of course. We have the Ossiarch Bonereapers, Slaves to Darkness, and Soulblight Grave Lords. And I'm going to do some high-level thoughts here at the top. And that is to say, and I've said this on Reddit, although that doesn't really mean much of anything anymore. Basically, my thought was, as always, with every Games Workshop box, it has more than one model involved, whether it's start collecting, Battle Force, whatever. If you want all of the models in that box set, meaning all the models, we're going to go through the various things one by one. If you want any of them, these are great deals. If you do not need every single miniature in the game, or in the box rather, then all of a sudden things start to change, because the value diminishes greatly. For example, if you play Seraphon, oh my god, he looks like evil Spock. If you play Seraphon and you already have a Slon, that box has depreciating value. Not because of anything terrible about it, but because that's just really a model you probably don't need a ton of. Oh man, sorry, guys playing around here. We have some goofy face gen. I'm going to go with a classic style, because I am here for the nostalgia bait. There we go. That's what I want. That's my boy. So, let's just follow this nerd here. So, with that being said, regarding the different boxes, we can definitely take a look at them and really ask the question, rather than are they a good value, because they all will be, again, if you want the models. But we could also look at it in the way of, like, how does this get you started? I think the idea here is new year, new army. Yeah, 2 slot is a bit meh, yeah. It can be a bit much. I'm going to fill out the forms myself. I'm going to call myself... we'll do this. Oh, okay. Combat, yes. Intelligence, and... I'm going to go... Endurance. Actually, no, I lied. I am going to go to Strength. I want to be able to carry a bunch of crap. Okay, Major Skills, Block. Give me just a moment here to knock all of this out, and I will be right back to it. I'm going to have my guy use... Swords are great. Blunt weapon, we can get rid of that. Destruction. Illusion. Restoration. And... Marksman. Actually, I don't want to do Marksman. Give me just a hot second here to read through these, and we'll get right back to the AOS discussion here. See, it does this thing every once in a while. If you click the wrong thing, it will restore another item. Like another thing you've already clicked out of. So let's see. Block, concentration, medium armor, mercantile, long blade. Athletics and mysticism. I think that's it, my boy. He's going to be... I want destruction instead of that. There we go. Yeah, he's going to be wearing medium armor. He's going to be throwing fireballs, rocking a long blade, using a whole bunch of magic as support stuff. That's the idea. Okay, back to our discussion here. So the question we're really looking at is, what is the value that you get for a new year, new army type deal? Let's see, we're going to go... the Atronach one because it's freaking great, and also because it does do what we want to do, right? We don't care about Magicka because we're just going to dump a bunch in the start of the fight and then go headlong into things. Saint Jib, Eradicator of the Cliff Racers, has dawned on Morrowind. Or Vardenfall, I should say. Yes, stat bar.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
No problem. Here's the knife that every YouTuber reviewer stops with. I'm going to kind of breeze through this early section just because, quite frankly, there's minimal things to learn. Man, am I really this bad at this? Hey. Okay. Let me get out of this little tutorial area. Though, I'm going to open up to the chat. Which one do we want to start with when it talks about the different boxes? I'm going to start with the Seraphon, I think, because I think, in my opinion, I don't know, you guys can disagree. Let's start going into the winners and losers, right? Having said this stuff, that's about every single one of them. Let's go into the winners and losers. He gives us this. One more. There we go. And here we are. We're just going to hang out here for a smidge. Let me go here. Oh. Give me just a hot sec. Okay, here we are. Let's go out of this, and then we're going to go... We'll hide this one. Bring that one out. Okay, then we're going to start the chat with all of the jazz surrounding Seraphon. So, look at this box. We get a set of Croxigors, the new cavalry guys, the heavy cav along with them, the new set of skinks, the new Saurus warriors, if that's what they are, and also the Salon. It is the oops, all new models quintessential thing. Now, I am, of course, not a Seraphon player. I'm going to be very upfront about that. But at the same time, I do think, in my opinion, this is a fantastic starter. You get access to all three of the major tiers of the army, meaning tiers like, that's my term, I just made that up. But,
Hurry this up, will you?
I'll take as long as I want to take. And we're going to return his ring. He gives us a discount at the store, which we will use. I blow through the main tutorial town in this because it's like a short form, very relaxed thing. So I'm just going to get money and then we'll start our adventure. That being said, with the Seraphon thing, I'm looking at the makeup and it definitely seems, in my opinion, please correct me if I would be wrong, because there's a lot of chance I am. Looking at the models, I would probably go the solid state ones, not Starborn. I can't remember the other name they have for them, but the opposite is Starborn. Realm based, I don't know. But I think that I would go with that just because I like the damage output. Everything there can, generally speaking, use all of the traits and stuff that are available to those sub-factions. And let's see. We're just going to hang out here looking over. Coalesced, thank you. I knew it was a C, but I could not think of the word for the life of me. So, I mean, this box really does highlight most of what I'm talking about, where if you already have something in it, it loses some value. If what you already have is like skinks or something like that, then whatever, you're going to want a bunch of them. I do think the Coalesced tends to look better for them. I don't know. It's interesting because there are so many different kinds of keyword phrases and synergies. There's a lot of directions you can go, but I feel like the Slon is enough of a unifying unit to where that doesn't really matter much. Like that won't be too detrimental. Like having all the different kinds of keywords going in different directions won't matter too much. And that's going to be a stark comparison to another box that we have. And to me, the Seraphons are the winners. This is straight up, I think, the best box. If you want to start Seraphon, this is it, man. I mean, this is like one of those release day boxes where they put the early battle tome in there just for you. That kind of thing. Because it's just nuts. If you're curious what we're doing, we're looking for this little creep who's right on the other side of the wall I'm looking at is Fargoth. He is hiding some gold, and we're waiting to see where he does. So, I think that's pretty great. It's, again, there was someone saying like, well, I just started Seraphon and I just bought a Slon. You know, man, I don't know. That's what eBay's for. I think you missed the fact the box comes with some Hunters of Hanchi. Oh, I said the skinks. I'm sorry. Yes, I didn't call those ones out by name, but I addressed the skinks. And you're right. I didn't address them as what they do in the game. They're a great introduction to like skirmish units and that kind of thing. Meat shields, if you will. Speed bumps, possibly. But I do think they do quite a bit to teach people. And that's another way to look at these. And thank you for... I can't believe you betray Fargoth. Oh, wait. Creepy boy's been creeping. There he is. So, never mind the fact that I did too. Yes, exactly. How could you betray him? Everybody does. He's Fargoth. He's a little annoying jerk. So, oh man, I lost my thought now. One of the things I hadn't thought of, but I'm going to start introducing this as we go further into the boxes, is not just how are they value-wise for a new player, but in terms of starting the game. And I do that with my start collecting boxes. Let's do it here too. So if you're starting Seraphon, this is great, not only because of obviously the models we talked about, but if you're starting AOS, this is still fantastic because you get introduced to a lot of different things. You have multi-wound profiles here, you have multi-wound... Hey, acrobatics increased as I fell and broke my ankle. Such is life. Just gonna put on a little sneaky. Oh, there he goes. Sneaking away. Choo choo. And there he goes. We're going to take go. Whoop. Jump. There you go. Okay. I love that he gets kind of stuck in creeper mode.
If there is anything I can do, I am humbly at your service.
I'm humbly at your service. I think this is a fantastic box for starting the game, not just the army. Viridian Forge looks like it's close to 1,000 points. That's my understanding as well. As someone posted, like, in some of the comments of the posts they put on Facebook about, like, generally speaking, what things are worth. And in terms of points, which I think is the big part. Let's see, I need some kind of long blade. Kite and dagger. Spear, battle axe. We're gonna go that. We'll get a cheap weapon. Let's grab my dude's into some armor, but that doesn't. Medium armor doesn't come around till a little bit later. That's all right. And let me just grab a few items here, and they'll be out of the way. Oh, wait, there we go. There's some medium armor. I don't want to wear that stupid hat. That's a real stupid hat. And if you're thinking, does fashion play a role in my decision making? The answer is absolutely. There we go. Now I am a man of my word, so I'm going to return the gold. He takes 300, gives me 100 back. But that's because I was hired to do a job, people, and I am nothing if not professional. Thank you so much, that guy you know. We'll get to the Slaves to Darkness one, yeah. I'm going to pause here as I'm going to the town of Balmorra in Elder Scrolls, and I would love to hear if you guys have like any thoughts on the Seraphon box. Is there anything that I missed? Like, I can't think of any like particular synergies or whatever that I'm super stoked about between these 5 units, but they're all things you want and they're all parts of a greater whole. So that's kind of where my brain went to. Oh, Carnival, Look, man, thank you so much for the shout out and dropping some coin in my coffer here. Just want to say thank you for your Carnival videos. You inspired me to go to Venice myself, which eventually led to my vacation to Italy last week. Dude, that's awesome. I would love to know how it went for you. And I just want to let you know I am getting back to doing Carnival videos here pretty soon. Somebody asked in the comments, and I just frankly, I lost my book when we moved. And so for the longest time, I've been like, I refuse to buy another book. I know it is here. I just had that moment where it's like, where you just kind of get fed up with yourself and there's like not really anything else to do about it. You're just like, everything sucks. Okay, we're going to... Here we go. Rest. We are going to find... But no, I love it, dude. I really do appreciate you sharing. I don't have any other thoughts on the Seraphon box. Like I said, I couldn't think of any particular synergies that it really messes with or anything like that. Let's move on to our next box here. So we'll get rid of this and we'll go on to... Boom. Slaves Con Darkness. So, that guy you know already mentioned a few things here. I'm going to ramble off. I don't actually know like the full pretentious made-up GW names for all these things. But essentially you get a unit of Chaos Warriors, it looks like. A unit of Chosen, which are great. That's your elite infantry. You get a unit of... Oh, that newer unit of like big guys at the top there. And the Lord on Crackerjack. So that's pretty cool. Slave to Narc box just slaps. You know why it slaps, in my opinion, is because it has everything that you want when you think Slaves to Darkness. And that's awesome, right? Chosen, yes. Chosen, I've been listening to a lot of, I don't know if you guys listen to the show, 40K Badcast. It's got 2 hosts that I really, really enjoy their commentary, but they were talking, one of the hosts was talking about he plays Slaves to Darkness, and they really use Chosen like into a massive Death Star and then just throw it up the field and are basically like, I dare you to do something about this. So it's kind of crazy, but they can be super gross machines of death if you allow them to be. Basically, you just can't. It's one of those things, like, on paper, they're a unit that you're like, okay, yeah, this is pretty good. You know, I'm into it. And then when you see what it does on paper, on the table, when it's all put together, you're like, oh my god. That's not the Turtle Lord. That's... Oh, Eternus. I'm so sorry. Yes, thank you so much. That's Eternus. So that means... Ooh. For those of you who are Morrowind vets, you know this guy. Tar Heel. On his journal. Oh, we can dispose of the corpse too. Look at that. Get rid of him. Let's do that. We'll be nice. I believe I may have found the correct formula for the spell I'm developing. With it, I'll be able to travel great distances without the need to pay others for the service. The scrolls he is carrying are called Icarian Flight, which basically increases your acrobatics to 1,000 or by 1,000, but the effect doesn't last long enough for you to land, and so he killed himself by accident. Which is a great moral of the story when you're starting this game. Now, as far as... Surprise, we got no Furies or Legionnaires, both synergize with Eternus. That's a really solid point. I was really surprised that they didn't do more with... Oh, crap, did I get stuck on a rock? There we go. I was really surprised they didn't do more with Furies in the book. When Warcry first came out and they showed those minis, I really thought that they were going to go in a direction of like a... roughly kind of like a Chaos Unaligned... I'm just going to sit here and wait for my fatigue to get back. We're going to kill our first enemy here. It's that little slug crawling through the grass. I definitely want... you should definitely crash that scroll now. I will in a second. We'll play around with it here. But I was kind of surprised by that. I wanted like not a whole faction of undivided demons, because that's kind of like one of the things that makes Be'lakor very interesting. But certainly like maybe some second in commands for him. Now's the time where I make fun of other Morrowind reviewers because they typically are not very good. Ooh. About showing people how the combat works. So yeah. Does it make you furious? Yes. Furies are great. They're just a pain to get. Absolutely. And that's the thing. I was really hoping they were... Oh, can't sleep. There's enemies nearby. Okay, we have a ghost, so now we're going to switch to our... Hey, we got him. So every time you click to attack in Morrowind, you don't see this, but there's actually a dice roll that's happening in the background. It doesn't always look like much because there's not enough like feedback visuals, but it ends up being quite nice so that you get to actually see your skills develop as you go, even though it doesn't always look the most exciting. But right now, we are playing the role of a dungeon diver. Also, fatigue is a big deal in this game. Okay, so I'm going to ask this question to any of the Slaves to Darkness players, because we have this box pulled up here. What sub-faction... Obviously, you can use that hero as a hero on Demonic Mount if you wanted to. I struggle with named characters when they come with these kinds of boxes. what would you add to this? For me, I think if you added a couple of Warcry warbands, you would have a really sharp looking army. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the way that like those armies were kind of like split up. Oh no! Oh man, they almost got me. Ha! Interesting. Okay. Let me get my maps in order here. There we go. Had to remember how casting works on the PC. I've only ever played this on Xbox. Oh, Moro in this game will always have a special place in my heart. Where'd you get the magic weapon? The man who fell from the sky gave it to us. Unfortunately, in this game, items are used up very quickly. However, they do have innate recharge, so they don't have to worry about that. Hosts of the Ever-Chosen to make the chosen battle line. That's a fantastic idea. I hadn't even thought about that, like the battle line requirements, because honestly, it's so easy to get battle line in Slaves to Darkness, but I didn't even consider that, and I appreciate it. Depends on if you want to build Eternus or not. I'm no Slaves to Darkness player, but a good friend of mine is, so I'll weigh in with what I know. I appreciate it. Now, what's nice about magic weapons in Morrowind is that even if they run out of charge, they still can, like, they still act as like a silver type weapon, so they can still hurt ghosts and stuff, so that's cool. If you build Eternus, you'll want some Furies, more good stuff for your warriors. It's gonna head back to town. Oh, may have picked a fight for no reason. That is not good for me. Seraphon box looks good, but I wish I had something else besides the Salon Starmaster. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's always the problem. Like, you want to. I don't envy the marketing people, right? Because you want to put models that catch the eye and get people excited, right? You look at the Salon, you're like, I want to play Seraphon, and I don't blame you. But then, if you already have one of those things, it just kind of diminishes the value of starting the army. Like, if anyone was already captured by it, then it has a depreciating returns on it. So, honestly, you should probably pass on Eternus. Is not worth it, unfortunately. Oh, I mean, you should always play what you want, but I'm just saying, like, depending on what you want to do, you could do either. I mean, if you're looking to get started, like, and have a smooth start into the game, probably. I tend to not go with named characters for that reason. If, for nothing else, I find that their effects tend to overshadow certain abilities, right? A hero that's named has a lot more crap on their war scroll, generally speaking, than one that is not. All right. This, if you don't know, is a Stilt Strider, and it is basically a bug that you ride like a bus. Here we are in Balmora. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move on. Do we have any final thoughts regarding... oh. I need to work on my texture mod. This is it's a lot of overgrown grass here. Anyone have any final thoughts on this Slaves to Darkness box? Personally, I think it's a win. Again, if you want the army, I probably myself would not go for the hero option, the named hero option. Why walk when you can bug? It's exactly right. Okay, we're going to get rid of this one. We're going to go on to the next one here. The Ossiarch Bonereapers. Okay, so a little bit of background for you guys. I recently sell off this stuff that I don't care about. A local gentleman is trying to get rid of an Ossiarch Bonereapers army and asked if I wanted one. And depending on how cheap he makes it, that might be interesting to me. Let's see, bargain, fortify, health. The spoiled moniker for potions just means it also carries a downside. Okay. I have everything on it, so you start to Soulbox, so I'll pass. So yeah, the lot that I was offered is actually pretty similar to this one. Help, Missa. I'm so naked. Oh, you're not like a useful outfitter. I guess I need an armorer. Good day, sir. I think this is the guy that I haven't played this since I was like 13. I think this is the guy I used to kill and like take over this store and just use it as my house. Because I hated it. There was just nothing ever useful in that place. There we go, armorer. Oh, Bonereapers. I have some thoughts on OBR. But as for this box, if you like more ghasts, buy 2. That way you can build the generic Least Cavalos and the Arch Cavalos. If you like more ghasts, build 2. Oh, buy 2. I understand. That way you can build a generic. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. Certainly it's a good deal if you just want to start an army, like just buying 2 boxes. They don't have a huge number of kits. Most of them are represented here. Nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, I'm pretty poor, aren't I? I have 220 bucks. Okay. We need 226. Good lord. Okay. Never mind. Doug can't buy pants. I'm going to join. I'm going to go get a job. My favorite game of all time. Yes. Agreed. Hello, Facile.
What this is about.
You look like you could take care of yourself. Before I sign you up, you might want to look at the Fighters Guild Charter. I've read the charter, just don't be a jerk. Infestation of cave rats. Go to Renthella's house. It's here in Belmora, along the river on the east side. Ask her where the rats are coming, kill the rats, and get your payment. Boom. There we go. Let's go make some monies. As you can see, now our ring is recharged. So now we can, you know, incrementally raise our health by 2 points here and there again. So as for, that's the temple. That's the, okay, I know where I am now. Let's see, on the east side, so we'll hop over here. Nope, there's a D name. I don't think that was it. I look at this box, and I'm not sure about the hero options. And that's the thing. Ossiarch Bonereapers is a cool faction for this box, because I'm looking at it. And I see a good base of infantry. The only thing you're missing, I think, unit-wise, is the Immortals, or whatever, the 3-man units. I don't know. I don't particularly care for it. If it's something like... Actually, Yeah, I kind of have to agree here with look, man, if you like the Morghast, because they have so much value of the box. Like, so much of it is wrapped up in that. So if you want them, awesome. If not, worry they'll eat all of my pillows. You like pillows, don't you? Saint Jib? Anyway, I got one trapped in my bedroom here, and the other two are in my storage upstairs. Okay, so
Speak, traveler.
let's go ruin a rat's day. I'll even dispose of the corpse of you for you because I am a consummate professional. And acrobat, apparently. Got some rats. Got some food. Is there anything that we can steal? Blame it all on the rats. They stole your food. I don't know. I'm not going to do the whole hoarding everything, but at this point I kind of just need like a... Oh god, she does have so many pillows. 25 pillows per... Oh my god, it's like a pure one. You like the Morghast? Don't bother with this. Just buy the Vanguard box and a Liege Cavalos. Yes, I would agree with that. But simply because... I don't know. How highly do you rate the... Oh wow, they almost killed me like real hard. I did not even see that. Man, Spider-Man has changed. Exactly, yes. So when I get these battle tomes and I read through them for like content and stuff, I typically don't go through the rules part of things.
Scamps, I could skin them all.
Oh, that's right. I never went back to talk to the lady. I'm a dingus. I just, you know, rifled through her house and then ran away. I think I left the wrapped corpse lying around when I did. Yes. It doesn't matter if you do, but I think it's funny. I can't think of an angle for this box unless you like the Morghast that this really works for. I'll take your word that the cave rats are dead. Here, take these 100 septims. It's what I agreed to pay the Fighters Guild. All done. Okay, now that we actually got paid for our job, we will sally forth. The box has the most dollar value, but it's not at all what you would take in putting a list together. And we had talked about that before. I kind of skipped it with the Slaves to Darkness one, but if we're looking at things from the perspective of a new player, that's a really hard, in my opinion, box to get excited for, the OBR one. They are cool models. You'll want them all eventually if you want to play the entire faction, but the way that they come bundled in this, I don't think it's all that great. So you killed the rat, St. Jib. Not bad for you. Would you like more orders? Okay, a local egg mine has problems with egg poachers, and you're going to solve those problems. Egg poachers? Yes, egg poachers. May sound silly, but those Kwama eggs are among the few things worth exporting from this nasty little province. The Shulk Mine wants to make an example of these thieves. The egg poachers, Sevilo Othen, and are former egg miners and long-term troublemakers. You can handle that, can't you? Report back when the poachers are dead. Sweet. How big is the snake god beast corrupted by Archaon in AOS? He is colossal. He's basically like a celestial constellation unto himself. Let's see. Trying to think. Mm. Oh, you don't buy it. All right. Well, what do you buy, nerd? Okay, I'm just going to grab some pants. That's all I want. Boom. Bone mold pantaloons. Let's go pick a fight. Okay, told me... Are poaching eggs from Shulk Egg Mine. Okay. Now that I'm equipped for the job, I need to go ask a quick question. The mine is a short distance southwest of Bulmoro, in the bluffs near the Odai River. The old suspension bridge is just southeast. Okay. The nice thing about Morrowind is you actually have to ask questions about where you're going, otherwise you will get lost, because there are no immediate markers. Before I leave town, let's do a few more things. Popping into the Mages Guild to enjoy their services. Hello. This is how we're going to train all of our abilities. It's better, but it is not easy. And one more thing here at the Fighters Guild. They do offer items for members. Let's see. Ooh, cheap restore health. I'll take all of those. Thank you. I'll tell you what, I'll take it all. I'll just take it all. Good vibes, folks. Hey! What class are you? I did a custom class, sort of a battle mage. It has longsword. What else? A few magic classes. Basically, the idea is I can use magic as utility on the outset, and then rush in with longsword to do the damage. There we go. Now we have the capacity to not be quite so pathetic. Okay, so we have one box left. I think this is, without a question, in my opinion, the lowest one on the totem pole, this box here. Let's go. We have a... boom. Soulblight Gravelords. Actually, I was wrong. Earlier today, I said that this one was my least fave, but actually OBR, after some thought about it, has become that. So why didn't I like Soulblight Gravelords? Well, really, it was really about the same issue that we had with the Slon in the Seraphon box, which is if you have the Vengorian Lord model, a huge beating heart of value is ripped out of this box. And not only that, but if you look at all the various words, keywords that are represented here, this book pulls you in a lot of different directions. Really, it only pulls you towards zombies, but in theory, it pulls you in a lot of different directions. And like you have just units that have, I don't know, all different kinds of synergies and things that they're good at. You get a good smattering, like a good sample of the army, I would say. I think that's probably true. But whether or not that sample is meaningful to starting your collection and like getting going playing the game, I don't know, man. I'm heavy skeptical on that. Okay, this isn't the mine we're looking for, but it seems like a place we could get in trouble. I like the sound of that. Hot take, the Soulblight box is just kind of lazy. This retained the battle force from 2 years ago. Hey, you know, you might laugh, but I'm just going to pause here for a second, let my fatigue come back. You can laugh all you want, my friend, but they sold Squiggle Anches several years in a row, and I loved every one of them. You can find the Revenant Legion box, which is almost the same thing. Interesting, okay. And so I felt like for people getting into the game and the kind of things that you're teaching a new player, I like. So like you get to learn about monsters and degrading profiles. The use for skirmish units and 3-man units like the bats is fantastic. I like the cavalry because Blood Knights are just fun. And all the infantry options, like you get a bunch of stuff, but the way that you can make those things work together is highly dubious, I'm going to say. That's my word. Ooh, okay. There we go. Now we're learning the secret. No, I'm broke. I don't want to make a donation. Are you kidding me? Okay, so we're in kind of a churchy tomb. So far, so good. For those of you who play Soulblight Gravelords, what do you think? Is my assessment accurate? Like I said, I don't play any of the armies represented in this year's whatever. But I have played Slaves to Darkness, and I have played... Well, I played Seraphon like a long time ago, back when... So far long ago now that it is irrelevant. But I know the functions of the units and kind of what they're trying to represent. But I'm curious if my assessment of the Soulblight box... One, makes sense in that they're being pulled in too many different directions, but also... let's see... I thought I had a lockpick. My skill is crap, but... Hey! Okay, kind of crummy, but I'll take it. I can sell it, and money is money. Common ring. Cool. Yeah, I'll give the Iron Spark Sword a break here. Rest until we're healed. And then we are out amongst the world again. Let's get out of here. This cave is flippin' dark. I don't play Soulblight, but as for the current state of the units included, basically they're all useful. If you're new, I'd even recommend buying 2. I don't mess with the lockpicks anymore. I am just too broke to get the lockpick spell. We got to do some hustling first, and that's all right. And that's a good counterpoint, that they are all things that you want. I agree. Like, I like the collection. I think the models are stunning for sure. It just... Thought I heard something over there. There's like a sound effects pack. I can't jump over anything yet. I'm so pathetic. Okay, found one of their miners. Egg poachers. We haven't seen, but eggs keep disappearing, and they know the place. Okay.
This better be important.
Oh yeah, Fort Frostmouth. Just an hour for our stamina to come back here. Now we're going to try to do this without killing any of the monsters inside. Just stay critter focused because that's what the client wants. Hey! Okay, I think those are my boys. So I'm going to save here. I had another one here. I'm going to replace that. Basically, that one, I started it and then my computer crashed, so it kind of became irrelevant. No, you're not my guy. I would have preferred a Coven Throne in the box. I think that's a great call. Coven Throne could certainly be helpful. I mean, I feel like I haven't really seen the Coven Throne since start collecting... what? They weren't even Night Haunt back then. What were they? I can't remember the word. What was the word they used? I feel like it was like Mal something. Well, Luke of Ice supports the Avangori. The threat pieces. Yeah. Yes, it's mainly there for the monster mash. I completely agree. Alright, nerds. Oh, wait. Actually. Oh. Oh, yeah. I forgot I was supposed to put on a mod that stops this guy from coming. There is an expansion called Tribunal, and they've messed up the code so that this guy appears way too early. He should not be here until like level 5 or something. But the nice thing is, the upside to their blunder is that now everybody gets pretty good assassin armor pretty early on. Like, I'm not going to wear them because they're all light, but it has quite a bit of value. Mordant. No. Malignance. Thank you, Electman. Was there any other weird old start collecting boxes like that? Greenskins, but that one they got rid of pretty quick. Let's get our magic sword back out. Looks like we're gonna need some help, and I'm curious. Light armor, where is that? 10, and unarmored 9. That means we are better off covering ourselves in something rather than nothing, right? Oh my god, this guy will not die. Woo! Yes, I liked. Well, I always liked the Greenskins box because I adored the inclusion of the chariot. Like, the Chaos Chariot, to me, is one of the coolest minis they've ever made. The fact that Broken Realms was the only way that they ever included real rules to take one as a lord in AOS, for at least, I think is ridiculous. Oh no, we're over encumbered. Weird, it's almost like I picked up a bunch of garbage this whole game so far. Probably don't need all these shirts. Miner's pick, okay. And that's it. That's the job. It was just to come in and kill these two. An attempt was made on my life. Okay, I'm not worried about that. Sweet. All right. I think we're good. I'll talk to the guys on the way out, but sounds like that mission's pretty well done. Flesh Eater Quartz is still an amazing box. You know, Flesh Eater Quartz continues to be my favorite army because it shows us that Games Workshop, they know how to add value and extrapolate more value from their minis than they choose to. Meaning everything's internally kit bashed. You make all those units. You guys got any poachers? The ones I just murdered. We don't know anything about poachers, friend. Still waiting for the Vanguard Stormcast Eternal boxes to be announced. I was really surprised that there was very little Stormcast chat this year. Like, usually they always include something, all right? Like, I don't know. I always thought that Evocator box was really stinking cool. I think this is where I want to go. I don't want to kill anything here, because we're on a farm. We want to be respectful. Our client's trying to make money. And one of the things that I look at these boxes, and I sweet. Okay, so they seem pretty appreciative. There we go. They might be holding back for 4th Ed launch box. Oh, for Flesh Eater Quartz? Possibly. I don't know. That'd be a very, that would be interesting. Because if it wasn't their constant inclusion, I would think that they were getting ready to, like, get rid of them. But I don't think they are. Let me just clarify. I don't think they are. But it makes me so curious to know, like, well, what are you guys hoping to do with them? You know? I don't know. I feel like we'll get a... oh, you mean with the Flesh Eater Quartz? Yeah, I understand. The other box I thought was really funny, because every year we've always had, what, a Stormcast box, and then some kind of either Orc or Goblin box. There's always been a good Destruction representation. And... not this year. Very strange. Very strange indeed. Two death, one chaos, one order. I am positive that they're going to have probably like an epic deal on Gorgruntas next year. I think that's pretty much up there. But one of the things that I thought about in the context of these boxes is that imagine for a moment that Games Workshop released Armies of Renown, those like temporary rules, or not temporary, but the limited rules that we get for like Trug and his Trog herd in the latest book or whatever. All those things. But in addition to that, they're built around the contents of these boxes. Meaning, wouldn't it be really cool if someone could walk into the store, see that Soulblight Gravelord's box on the shelf, and go, I want to play that. And there happens to be an allegiance ability that is built for that box. Because the minute they added that, I saw that in the Trug book, or the Trog whatever book, what is it, Dawnbringers 2, my jaw hit the ground. Because I'm like, why aren't we getting more armies like this? Why is every model range bound to one book? We should have 1 billion battle tomes in Armies of Renown. Just more ways to use our minis. Are you kidding me? Anyway, for all that, we got ourselves paid. We have a contract from Telvanni Mining Company to kill 4 Telvanni agents responsible for trouble at the Caldera mine. 4 Telvanni agents are responsible for the thefts and disappearances. Their names: they're hiding in a cave in the foothills. When the 4 agents are dead, report back to me. Take care. It's likely that one of them is looking posted outside the mines. The quickest way to Caldera is probably to have the guild guide at the Mages Guild transport you, but that's your choice. Southwest of Caldera. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Cool. Head down to Caldera. Pick a fight southwest of there. Gotst it. When am I going to go see Caius? Let's go see Caius now. This is a good time to, since we're kind of getting to the close of the live stream, we can batten down the hatches and clear out the rest of our to-do list for the day. So we're going to sell all the junk we just acquired. I don't want your dagger. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I think I'm going to end the day by doing the Icarian flight thing for anyone who is not a Morrowind regular. It's pretty dang fun. All the stuff I did not mean to pick up. Package for Caius. I don't care about the directions. And I think we're good. Wow, I am packing a lot. Wait, oh, okay. That's 30 pounds, that's why. Bummer. All right. And let's see what you have for me. Looking for anything medium. Do you have any good weapons? Come on, man. You're killing me. Get more money, Jazar. I put stupid number of hours into this game growing up. House Telvanni was my jam. That is the path that I am going down, my friend. So, let's get as much of our outfit as we can out of this. We need boots. Preferably with the fur. We have like Quirus. I need pauldrons. Greaves, pauldrons, gloves. Let's just see where. Okay. I think that would complete the outfit. Oh no, I want the cuirass as well for that. Boots, arms, head. Nice, nice, nice. These, I'm going to sell off half of them because we find them around. I need so much more money. Alright, well, that's okay. We can hold off on the queers here. That's the part that was holding us back. There we go. So at least this way we're in light armor everything, right?
If I can help, I will, but don't take too much time.
Now we grab the queers because we were wearing that earlier. And we still make money. Oh yeah, what a shield. The way shields work in the game is just like attacks. Every time an event happens, it's like a die roll. Sometimes it will save you, sometimes it won't. It can be frustrating, but if you just drop some training into block, it goes pretty quickly. Boom. Okay, we are now heavily armed and armored. Is that Arena? No, this is Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. My favorite of the Tribunal houses. I like Redoran because of the challenges it gives you, but Telvanni I think is the best in terms of their personality. I put on a grass texture mod that I think I'm going to take off. It turned everything into like a big flower field. It's like, man, this is a bit much. Hi, I'm Cardis Kosad. All right, so this is a great moment because basically you hand him the package that he leads you down the main quest, but he gives you chances to like take a break without having to like leave him on red for an end of the world crisis. And so we're gonna save him right there and come back to do the main quest at a later time. Balmora needs to fire the lawn caretaker. Exactly, yes. And I'll go right here. We're going to pause, wait to do a spin of our character. And this is why Morrowind story is great. Exactly. Oh, I do want to say here at the end, I'm just chilling with y'all. I hope everyone's having a good time. I am knee-deep in my Gloomspite Gets army. I now have 20 Squig Hoppers, 2 units of Squig Herd, 10 Boingot Bounders, a Loon Boss on Giant Squig, a Mangla Squig, all painted, and the Loon Shrine. It's a lot of dudes. Not a lot of points, but I do have some Trogs on the way that will fill up the roster pretty dang quick. And I will be doing a video that's like a big family picture and stuff like that. And this is our new armor we earned in a day. Well, 3 or 4 days, I think we're in game time now. Bone mold is like a chitinous material. Oh, it's so cool looking. I love the spikes. Love the helmet. I love all of it, friends. Ah, it's a little stretched on your end. I apologize for that. The bug hat, yes. My favorite's the cephalopod helmet you get during Telvanni. I think our guy is looking pretty cool. Now, if you look at my health bar, we actually didn't regain any magicka, because I don't. I'm the Atronach symbol. But instead I absorbed it from the chests and traps and stuff like that. And in the next episode, we are going to head down this way. That is the road to Caldera. I plan on walking it because it's nice. It's a nice walk. Although they did suggest using Mage's Guild, but I don't know. I love that 2 Gets armies can be completely different. Yes. It sounds like your army needs more squigs. All right, friends, I think I am going to hop off here for the day. You guys have a wonderful day yourselves, and I will look forward to you. If you like this format, please let me know in the comments. I like having something to do when I talk about the news, so rather than just me staring awkwardly at the screen, I would love it. You